Hey guys, Greg coming to you with another one of my bonsai videos. Today we're going to be going over the third of my lemon trees that I have. This one looks a little different, but they've all been looking really great as they've been growing. So let's get deeper into this, shall we? We're just going to look at the basic structure of this guy. Starting from the bottom, you can see that trunk is getting nice and thick. Some color changes from the initial green that it gets. We start going upward. We can see the first V already formed on this guy, which I'm kind of excited for. It saves me a little bit of work, and we'll end up probably trimming this at some point just to start over and to ramify and to help build the structure of this tree a little bit more as it keeps going. Don't see a whole lot of thorns on this one compared to the last two. I only really see one here right now, and oh, I lied. There's another one on the other side right there. But this guy is continuing to grow pretty well. The leaves are dark on the top, which is a good sign. And we also have new growth coming in here at the top. And this guy, you know, I think this might be the best one out of the batch so far, just in how it has been growing and kind of just doing the V's that you generally see in a tree. So this one's going to be, I think, a pretty strong competitor for the best lemon tree that I have. Now we do have a little bit of, I hate to say infestation because it's really not an infestation, but we do have what looks to be an egg sac here, which I'll have to take care of. And we do have a couple bugs down here kind of going. You can see my grass clippings from when I mow. They get everywhere, you know, that's just how it is. And look at this, we got a little buddy here, we got a little spider. Look, he's saying hi, everybody. He's saying hi. We'll call him Marv. Hopefully Marv stays with us for a while. Hey Marv. And takes care of all the bugs, which every once in a while you'll see some cobwebs and whatnot growing on the trees. That's just the spiders kind of helping out, especially when bugs start coming around. We're getting to that point in August now where I'm not seeing a whole lot of bugs going for the plants, so that's pretty good. Get a little close up there for you. But this guy's looking really good. I've actually noticed when I come out and water, we'll actually have bees now coming in, and you might be able to spot this, but in the dirt there's a little bit of a gap here. The bees have been coming in digging. I think getting some of the wood chips out of the dirt and also getting the water and moisture from this to help with their hives. So that's kind of cool and kind of neat to see. But this guy's going pretty strong. We're gonna call this Lemon C, just for documentation's sake, so that I can keep an eye on this. Still have a little bit of morning dew on it, not a whole lot, because it was damp and we had some rain the past couple days. So I think this is looking great. What do you guys think compared to my other ones? If you haven't seen them, go back to my channel and have a look at them. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below with your thoughts on these trees. Would love to hear from you. Would love to hear if you guys are doing anything yourself. These guys won't be growing lemons for a very long time because I'll be trimming them constantly, but in a few years, it'll pay off. So, like I said, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment below. If you want to see anything in particular, if you want me to grow anything in particular, I'm always open to suggestions and putting something out there that you guys want to see. So until next time, guys, take care, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye. Hey guys, Greg here, coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to be showing Lemon Tree C once again. We had an update last month, so here we are in September. Just going to be looking into this. The tree is actually grown to about 20 inches tall now. And we'll just start from the bottom and work our way up. You'll notice that I updated this to a number 2 pot, so it's a little under 2 gallons. With a lot of soil in here, citrus soil with a little bit of different soil mixed in here just to kind of break it up. The trunk is a little thicker, and near the bottom here towards the soil, it's getting a little browner, so we're starting to see this whole tree start to build some bark in the beginning stages here. We have some leaves that are kind of ready to fall off, browning. They're just not getting the sun like they used to, because look at the size of this canopy. It's about as wide as it is tall now, which is awesome. Still have that V going up here. Not a lot of thorns near the bottom here, but we do have a couple small ones. And you can see where some of these leaves have dropped. Again, just because the sun, you can kind of hear the crinkle of these leaves just drying out and not getting the sun, not being able to do photosynthesis or anything like that. You can kind of, if I go in to the middle here, you can kind of see the brownness where some of the light just isn't hitting. But we still have that V, and again, the green from above, if you look at these newer, limbs from it, compare and contrast and see how this is just kind of adding a little bit of hardiness to the limbs. So I'm really looking forward to this getting older, and already within the past month we've seen some changes with it, so that's kind of neat. But again, we have that V, that initial V that's coming up, so I'll probably end up keeping this like this. I'm almost tempted to let this guy be the one lemon tree that I have grow into full size. But again, nice developments out, a lot of limbs coming. Probably in a couple months, or if not sooner, I will have to start trimming a little bit of this, just because we don't want any of these cross limbs, and I almost poked myself there. We do have a lot more thorns, as you can see them here, and one there. I almost poked myself there. But as we get up into the canopy area, there are more and more thorns, and the size of these things, if you just kind of look at my fingertip, really big. They're getting there, and we still have continued growth coming at the top here. And you'll notice these darker leaves at the top. And again, I'm inside my garage taping this. I actually had to move my lemon trees inside. I was worried about them. We had that tropical storm in the Northeast kind of pass by. We're on day 4 of rain here, no real sun. So I kind of have these guys inside underneath some grow lights just to kind of get some life back in them. These guys, as you can see here, it's kind of curled. When I had it under the light, it was actually straightening out. So once I get that back underneath the light, that leaf will straighten out, and should hopefully not see a loss of this top level of leaves. These guys were curled as well, and you can kind of see how they've straightened out. So there is progress here, but I'm kind of seeing where the balance between light and temperature is now on these lemon trees, and when to bring them in. I know I've read that they can go down to, just to freezing, but we were hitting just shy of 50 degrees, and they're starting to do this. And it might just be a mixture of that and the amount of light that we're getting, because again, it's been raining for 4 days. Not a single sun beam has come down on this, minus the artificial ones that I have been putting on it. We'll just keep going around here. I don't have any moss growing in here. Again, I repotted this in the past month. So Not much is going on. I have a little bit maybe going over here, a little green. But again, this is growing pretty well. This is probably what I, just like in the last video, my strongest lemon tree that I have. Looks like I have a little bit of roomies here, but we'll get rid of those. But yeah, this is Lemon Tree C. Like I said, it's about 20 inches tall and probably just as wide, I would say. I'm really interested to see how this keeps growing. This thing will be growing all the way through the winter. Once I put it in the grow tent, it'll start ballooning, I'm sure. And like I said, I'll have to start trimming. We'll probably start trimming here on this side, trim this down, kind of do that so that we can get a little bit more V shapes. Have a lot of close, let me change the focus there. We have a lot of close, you know, like 3 here that we're gonna wanna take care of. And like I said, this is a cross branch, so I'll probably just end up getting rid of that. And just a lot of close branching. That's just gonna have to be taken care of. And I'll see if I can get a video of me doing that just to kind of show you as I learn, because that's really what this channel is all about. It's just about learning as I go. I'm gonna make mistakes, I'm gonna document them. But what do you think of this guy so far? What do you think about how it's growing? I think it's looking pretty spectacular. If there's any other kind of fruit trees, tropical trees, things that you want to see me grow over the winter, let me know in the comments below. And like I said, comments, concerns, put them down there. I try to respond to everybody that comments. Make sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button with the bell, just so that as I post, you get the updates of me posting them. I try to do a consistent Monday, Wednesday, Friday posting, sometimes with shorts in there, just to kind of break it up during the week. But thanks again, guys. This is Lemon Tree C, one of 7 that I currently have growing in my collection. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. Hey everybody, Greg here, coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. Today we're going to be showcasing an old favorite, Lemon Tree C, and I haven't really done an update on this guy since September, so I've been kind of slacking. It is a bigger one of my trees, and as you can see, it's coming in at just under 2 feet. I think the last time I measured this back in September, it was actually like around 19, 20 inches. I think I said 20 in the video. And we're just shy of 2 feet. So we're like 23-ish inches high. So we've had a little bit of growth. So this part here, and this part here, and this part here has all been growth since the last video. And these guys have just been kind of slowing down. They're in the grow tent right now. But, you know, we're in the winter time here. It is January of 2024. I can't believe we're already here. And it's been 4 months since I've actually recorded this. And this guy is doing great, at least from my standards. You'll see a little bit of colorization on here. That's really just from my water and from dust on here. And I think I sprayed some neem oil around in my tent just to get rid of some fungus issues that I was seeing, and just to kind of prep for it. Just because I have the humidifier on, and this guy actually does pretty well with the humidity. So don't see a whole lot of problems here. But this is, like I said, Lemon Tree C. This is a 4-month update since the last time I did a video. And let's just get started here. Like I said, about 2 feet tall now. And we'll start from the bottom. We're still in this number 2 pot. Okay, so this 2 gallon, really 1.5 gallon-ish type pot. I did do a little bit of aeration in here. You can see that I have a little bit of moss here. There was a little bit more moss, but I did aerate it, and I did some fertilization on these just so that it could grow a little bit here over the winter and just get its nutrients, just because it's been kind of sitting in the same pot for 4 months. So I try to do some fertilizer every like maybe 2 months. I could probably do it more than that, but for now, that's just where I'm happy with it. This guy has kind of just been status quo, so to speak. So let me zoom in here a little bit. And here's the trunk. It's actually, if you look at, let me turn the chopstick upside down here, you can kind of see the difference in a chopstick to this. And this guy has definitely gotten thicker. You can feel the sturdiness. And the cool thing with this is just with the way the colorization is going up the trunk, you know, this is definitely getting hardier. All right, you can see the leader and how it kind of, even in here where the leader is and where extensions off that leader come, and then up here, about halfway up, it starts to lose that. And you'll just slowly see this bark start to grow and protect. And even up here to a point, let me see if I can, there we go. You can kind of see it up here and starting to form, but it's really neat to see this tree grow. And I went back and looked at the old video of this before I did this, just to kind of recap in my mind, especially since it's been so long. Had some leaves kind of drying up and dying off down here, but the cool thing now is that with those leaves gone, you can see the trunk, you can see this extra branch kind of coming out here and just kind of seeing the wood come up. You can see where the leaves used to be on here, and we may see some new growth come out of there eventually, depending on what happens with this tree. I'm not planning right now to trim this down or make it smaller. This might end up being the one tree that I say, you know what, I'm gonna make this bigger. I mean, it's gonna be a smaller tree. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going full size lemon tree here. I'll probably go another maybe foot, which now that I think about that, it's gonna be fun to transport this around for videos, but I'm probably not gonna shrink this down like I do my other lemon trees that I have on my video series here. Mainly because I want to do kind of a size comparison. And this is one of the first ones that I actually put in a bigger pot like this. And it's been neat to see this guy in comparison to the other lemon trees that I have, just in size. You know, I've still got them in their starting pots pretty much, and they're like a quarter of this size. So it's pretty interesting to see that if you give it the room to grow, it will definitely grow, okay? So think about that too when you're doing this. If you're putting it in a bigger pot, you're giving it a lot more room, okay? I've seen that with a couple of my plants. So it's kind of cool to see the difference that you have in this. But yeah, so we'll continue on here. You can kind of just see it is still greeny, you know, greenish down here, but that bark, now that it's expanding and getting bigger, it was like this, okay? It was like this color here that we see right here, and it was really, you know, condensed there with that brownish color. But now that it's expanding, it's starting to turn a little greener again, but that's just because we have new life, new layers coming in here on this trunk, okay? And it's kind of neat that you can see that leader come up and then this extra branch on the side, and just seeing even down here, let's see if I can get the right angle here, have a little bit of growth coming down here. That's probably gonna go away soon, or hopefully go on its own. And even up here, it looks like we have some growth trying to make its way out. And even up on this main branch on the leader, you can see growth trying to find its way out. So I'm gonna let that go for now, and we're just gonna see what happens with it, all right? Eventually here, what's gonna have to happen, I can already see it kind of on here. You know, you have these branches back here kind of crossing over. This guy's probably gonna have to go eventually, or at least trim down. And this guy, I'm just gonna have to try and figure out what I wanna do with it. You know, it's kind of coming up. I've got this branch coming down onto the side. I might end up keeping that. And there are two here coming out of the same joint. So I may end up nixing this top guy and keeping this bottom guy. What do you guys think on that? Do you think we should keep it down or go up? So far, I'm not looking at trimming anything yet. I just want this guy to get really nice and strong. This is the one I am not doing anything with as of yet. I did think about trimming the tops and just kind of letting it bush out a little bit, but we're just going to wait a little bit. It's already been 4 months and not much with the shape has changed here. It's been pretty consistent and it's been great to see it grow. Okay, the leaves are big, so they're getting all that sun. So yeah, we do see on this side branch, this guy coming out here. It looks like we may get a branch coming out on this guy as well. And this branch just going up, nothing really happening here yet. Do have some new growth coming up here. Do have some cobwebs in here. The spiders do enjoy building nests on these trees. I've noticed a lot of my lemons, I think it's just the sweeter smell. The bugs are attracted to it, and the spiders just know, you know. So I think eventually we may see this guy branch out here. It's kind of neat to go in and kind of see, like, even in here, some budding and some back budding for that. But we do have new growth coming out here. So it's great to see that on all these branches, even the one in the back here that's coming off of it and jutting off. We have some new growth here. You can see that those leaves coming into play. And just kind of seeing, you know, the leaf structure even. They're really healthy. They're shiny, kind of matte shine. It's kind of like a cross in between it, but they look really great. And if we go up the main leader here, still have this one leaf down here looking great. Although it does look like it's kind of, you know, maybe scratching or something. Maybe something what I'm doing inside the grow tent at any given time. But we have those new growth coming in here. And then, like I said, we have that interesting thing here where off the leader, everything's kind of green. We do have, and it's kind of interesting to see this as you go up, but you've got woodiness coming up here, some extra growth coming out the side. So we have branching and all those wonderful thorns that want to stick me every time I go in there. But again, new growth coming up the top on this side branch, new growth right there. So it looks great. And it's really healthy. It's looking great, looking healthy, and I can't complain about this guy at all. And again, coming up the main leader, just coming up, again, that spot of woodiness on there that we're seeing characteristically on all these branches. It looks like we're building another branch here to come out, and just new growth and continuing to go on as we see fit. Now, I did see this guy. It's kind of interesting to see when this guy's hungry because the leaves kind of just curl up a little bit, like they kind of go in and curl in. I had that happen the other day, and I was like, no, don't do that. So I had to make sure to water this before I videotaped this for you guys. But it was great within like 12 hours, and it came back to normal. So you can kind of tell when your tree, this lemon tree, needs water. It will definitely tell you that it needs water. And it's kind of funny because I think the last video, you know, the leaves kind of looked like this up here where they looked kind of like they were dying to me, but that's just new leaf and that's just what it looks like. So don't be worried if your leaves look kind of weird when they're just being formed, okay? Now this guy here might be a little out of it, but when it looks like this, they will get their nutrients. They will get, once you keep it watered and everything, it will be fine, okay? So this is my lemon tree C. This is the one that I am probably using as my big guy, okay? The comparison shot to the smaller ones. I'm gonna see if I can kind of make it like size down for each one and just kind of like a tiny one going. But this is letter C. Okay, let me know what you think down in the comments below. This is kind of the one that I'm basing it all off of, and it's been the healthiest. It gets great sun. Can't wait to put this guy back outside in the summer so I can get natural sun. I do have it in my grow tent right now, and if you haven't seen my grow tent, make sure to go to my channel and do a search for it. I have a video on that. I may try and put that in the comment or in the description below, just so you guys can see it. And make sure to go back and see the progress of this guy. And I might end up making a compilation video of this eventually, but just make sure to go back and look and see the progress of this. This is, like I said, 4 months ago, back in September when I did the last one of these. So it has shown some progress. It is, like I said, definitely getting fuller, definitely in the trunk, and definitely going up this leader. These branches are definitely thicker and more supportive than they were before. So this guy hopefully is going to stand the test of time. So if you liked what you saw, make sure to hit that like button. All right. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, you want to see something specific, have any questions about my lemon trees, just put them down below. I love talking to the community and just kind of interacting with you. Without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't keep doing this. I mean, I'm doing this to document my journey with my plants. But it's kind of cool to have a group of people to just kind of interact with and talk plants, you know? Kind of have a common bond out there. And if you really did like what you saw, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you really did want to know when I have videos coming out, hit that bell next to it. You'll get a notification of when I send a new video out on my channel. So until next time, guys, this is Greg signing off. This is Lemon Tree C, my bonsai series, which maybe this won't get bonsai, but we'll see how I feel as the years go by. So until next time, guys, take care. Hey everybody, Greg here, coming to you with another episode of Greg's Bonsai. And today's episode, we're going to be going over Lemon Tree C, which is my biggest, I think, and widest lemon tree that I have in my collection right now. The other ones I'm kind of keeping small, and the other ones are more just like a straight shot, the bigger ones that I have. So this guy is the one that I'm considering to keep at this size and not shrink it down. A couple years I may change my mind on that. But for now, this guy, he's in this #2 pot, and he's been doing substantially well. Like I said in my last video, I think December, January, this guy's been in the grow tent all winter long. It's been getting the rays from my grow lights. And now that we're in May here, kind of just bringing it outside. It's warmed up a lot, considerably. Do have a little bit of cooler days here, but this guy has been surviving out here. Haven't really seen a problem with it. It is tolerable, and can tolerate a little bit more. But this is it. Okay, this is the big guy. I know I've had a lot of people ask me how this one's doing, so I thought, hey, I better get out here and make a video and show everybody, because everybody's been chomping at the bit for this. So this is almost, I want to say almost a year old. I'd have to go back and see when I actually planted the seeds for these guys. But I know my first videos were pretty much like July, August, that I was doing videos for my channel. So we're getting close to a year for the channel, which is awesome. Thank you everybody out there that's been supporting me and watching. Make sure to tell your friends, and make sure to spread the word. Make sure to like this, subscribe if you haven't already, and just let some people know. This is pretty much my diary, I hate to say video diary vlog, of all the plants that I grow and just the progress that I make growing trees, and I have a whole bunch over here, which I'll get into another video about that. But right now we're going to focus on this guy here and just the progress and the size of what this is. And I think I said this is from base here down at the bottom all the way to the tip. We're sitting at about 25-26 inches. So we have a little bit of growth from the last video in the tip area. So you can kind of see up here let me kind of zoom in a little bit here for you. You can kind of see the difference in color, and we'll get more into that as we go through here, but we do have a little bit of growth here since it's come outside and has been hitting up the actual sun instead of just the grow light sun, the synthetic sun. So we'll start down here at the base like I did the last time. Still in this number 2 pot, just fertilized here a little bit ago as we brought it outside. It's got a fresh watering today, and it's been raining on and off for most of the week/weekend, so it's been getting a lot of water. It's been getting an adequate amount, and it's been going from there. You can kind of see, I'm going to bring it down here. Got the chopstick next to it. All right, look how thick this guy's gotten. It's more like a crayon, or a little bit of a thicker dowel rod type style, but this thing is substantially thicker since the last video. Definitely thickening up right here on this this offshoot. So it's really cool to see, and you can kind of see how even compared to the stick here, the chopstick, how white this looks. Last video was a little bit more greener, and I've noticed that different days it will change color. When I first brought it out here and it started to grow a little bit, and I started seeing some more leaves kind of shoot out, this got a little greener, but now the bark is coming back and it's getting a little whiter. So you kind of see that expand, and you can kind of see that coloring underneath. It's kind of cool to see that change happen day to day. It's really neat to see. So as we come up here, we still have this nice branch that comes out, and you can kind of see where leaves have fallen off. You even have a little tiny thorn there. And this guy definitely has thorns, as we'll see as we go up. But it's kind of neat to see this elbow area kind of thicken up and see that woodiness come, even though as you're coming up in here, you can kind of see the green, and it's very flexible here when it's still green. So as it's woodening up, not sure on the exact word there that we should be using, but you can see a little seed back here from a maple that I'm gonna have to pull out of here eventually. You can just kind of see that change in offshoots as we come out, and just even the pure woodiness. Yes, that's right, I'm going to use that word. And kind of like even seeing like how it's green right here and woody on the other side, like underneath the leaf it's green, which is kind of neat to see. It's kind of like, it's like that underneath every leaf, so it's kind of like you can see the life force underneath the bark. It's kind of neat. So we're going to move to this branch that's coming out the side here, and you can kind of see it's green and woody and green and woody, and you can see where, we bring this around, you can see where the new growth is since I've brought this guy outside, and this has only been a couple weeks, so this is phenomenal to see. You can just, you notice, because this is the old leaf that's been here for a while, and these are the new leaves coming out. They haven't been, faded or sun-kissed that much, but these new leaves coming out and forming, and even a natural V coming in here. As we see, this guy is starting to branch out here and here. So we got that natural V stuff happening, which is great to see. And these leaves look fantastic. They're just soaking up that sun. Not right now, though, because, we're close to the end of the day. But we get that V, so that's coming down. You get to see that new growth. That's awesome. And then coming up here, got some thorns, a lot of old growth. Not a whole lot of, and I hate to say this because I'm just gonna damage myself here. Haven't seen a whole lot of leaves falling off of this since then. I've had a few scary days where I kind of forgot to water, and you saw the droopiness, but I just put water back in here, and we were gone for a couple days, and I don't have an automatic watering system, and I thought, oh, we'll be all right. I'm glad we got home when we did. This was a little droopy, but has survived since then. And even up here on this offshoot branch, it's kind of neat to see kind of the cycle. So we have the old, the super new. Look at those tiny leaves coming out here. And then that one just kind of forming. And then right below it, you had the ones that I just showed you. And these guys are just there. They're full, almost full size. They'll still have a little bit of growing here, but it's kind of neat to see kind of the different, you know, times for that, for the leaf in the cycle. And even here, we've got a couple growing on this back branch that's coming out of the back of the tree. And of course the thorns. This is really cool. I love seeing that I have a lemon tree with thorns, and it's gotten to the size where they're showing off. I mean, these things are ginormous. But even this guy here, really cool to see those leaves come up. So we go back into the front here. We've got this other branch that's been growing, and we've got a branch shooting off of it that's been here, but we have since then some new growth that's coming up. I'm not sure if this is gonna survive or not. It'd be kind of cool to see. It looks like we got a leaf coming up on that though. And then it comes up and we got a whole bunch of leaves coming out on this left side. And again, not sure about this guy here, but I'm not too worried. So that's the V coming out, and we have this natural, just, you know, leader branch coming up, and that's looking okay. It looks a little odd here, and I'm hoping these guys grow. These guys look a little brown on her, so I'm not exactly sure. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get any kind of bug infestation on here, but it is kind of neat just to kind of see those tendrils come out as it grows up. And even on this new batch, just seeing, you know, even right here, these new thorns kind of just come out and develop. Because even on dead branches, I've noticed on some of my other lemon trees, those thorns, they stay hard. They hurt. They really do. Not that I've poked myself intentionally, but you know, there you go. So this is about a year of growth since it's been a seed. I think I started these probably in the March, April, May area. I'm gonna have to go back and check so that the next video that I do this, that I can kind of give you an update on that. And when I do my big video for this as it comes together. I did notice back here that I'm not sure if this has been getting eaten or if this was some water damage with sun, you know, with the water sitting on it and just the sun hitting it, and me not fully acclimating it to the outdoor sunlight. But this guy has done great acclimating to the outside again and just, you know, thriving out here. I really hope that if I put this in like a number 3 pot, which will probably be next year, next season, that this guy thrives even more. It's going to be harder and harder to move this guy around as it gets bigger, but eventually I'm going to have to make some choices. Like I will have to do some trimming, like down here or here, you know, just to kind of focus that energy so that in hopefully a couple years, this guy is growing some lemons. So not sure if I'm going to make this into a bonsai yet. We're going to see how the years go here. It's going to be a couple years till I can make any of these things with a bonsai. I am forcing some of the younger ones into that, you know, as you see in my like DEF series of lemons, which I will hopefully be getting a series made up of those. They haven't been doing as well as these big guys, just because I've been forcing them to be small, so they don't have a whole lot of leaves on them at the moment. So I haven't been showing them off as much, but I do hope to get some series of that as soon as I can. So I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to leave some comments, questions, concerns. If you want to see anything specific on here, you know, like these small branches that are just coming off and slowly growing some stuff, let me know. Love talking to you guys. Love chatting with my viewers and just kind of having an open discussion and seeing what's going on. And if you really liked it and you haven't yet, make sure to follow me on here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that follow button and the subscribe button, and make sure to hit that bell so when a new video comes out you get notified of it right away. And like I said, guys, enjoy doing this. This is my nice little vlog series. I keep a diary, a video journal, so to speak, of my growing experiences, the good and the bad. But until next time, guys, this is Greg's Bonsai. Take care, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.